What is missing in today's leadership development and training? I'm Jeff Whitaker with this week's Jumpstart. Last week I told you about an article that's in the latest edition of the Harvard Business Review. The authors of the article, they believe that a lot of the methods, a lot of the things that leadership development and training is brought to the table these days into companies by consultants, it's really outdated and ineffective. And to tell you the truth, I tend to agree, because if you look at a lot of what is taught, a lot of it's based on theory, and it's more management kind of practices and one-size-fits-all lecturing, kind of a one-way style of learning. And what the authors argue, they say something they call PLC, or Personal Learning Cloud. PLC is made up of 4 characteristics that they say need to be applied. The first is that learning needs to be personalized. In other words, it's not a one-size-fits-all for a company or even for an individual leader within that company. It's something that, it's a realization that everyone has a different learning style. Everyone has a different pace and a certain media that they best relate to, that best helps them in their leadership learning and on their journey. The second is that learning is socialized. Learning happens best when learners collaborate and help one another. Really, when I work with teams in leadership development, I apply this because I make sure there's plenty of time for open discussion when we're talking, and that there's plenty of time for feedback on the material that we cover. I also recommend holding regular teleconference meetings if the team's divided up in different locations, or to facilitate discussions, to play off of each other. The reason is that we can learn from one another. The interaction is it's key. It's essential to growing individually and to grow as a team when it comes to leadership development. Next Jumpstart, I'm going to talk about 2 other ways that this article addresses leadership development, ways that they say should be implemented today. If you'd like to talk more about how we can work together to help you develop your leadership team, why don't you drop me an email? My address is jeff@jeffwhitaker.com, or you can message me on social media. I'd love to talk to you about the possibilities of working together, how we can help this come about for you. As I said last week, there's a huge cry for leaders, new leaders, and the ones who are on the job now, they need to step up to the plate. So let's talk further. In the meantime, go out and make a difference.